Alright, welcome to the Survival Report. This is Robert Henry. Going to do a quick one just currently with giving all the information going on about swine flu and things like that. Going to give just some general preps that work for not only that, but in other types of biological warfare. Not saying that's what this is or anything like that. However, there's some simple precautions you can take in no matter what it is, whether it's swine flu, bird flu, rabid chicken monkeys, SARS, smallpox, anthrax, whatever. Okay. Would caution you to go to the survivalreport.net site. Again, survivalreport.net, and we'll flash that on the screen at several points during this video. There's some good information there about the flu and some common sense things you can do. Only the folks that typically drink the Kool-Aid are the types that are really believing that just a small piece of paper is going to protect you from things like this. If it gets really bad, folks, your only surefire way of keeping safe is quarantining your family, and we'll get to that in just a second. However, I realize most folks probably will not do that. All right, this is the culmination of all of your preps. If you've been getting out of debt, if you've been stockpiling a little cash, if you've been got yourself self-employed, if you're homeschooling your kids, if you were smart enough to get away from the cities and things like that, this isn't going to affect you, okay, nearly as much as somebody who's stuck in the world system. Okay, come out of you and be not a partaker over plagues. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, it should. Okay, but if you're stuck in the suburbs because of whatever reason, your wife doesn't want to move, and you're not the head of your family, and all that good stuff, or you're in debt up your butt, or you just have to work and all that good stuff, well, guess what? You're going to probably be stuck, and you could potentially pay the costs of that. But again, I realize most folks out there are not going to quarantine at this point in time. This is April 30th, 2009, and we're not going to get into the causes and all that good stuff about swine flu or any conspiracy theories. Needless to say that it has the potential to get worse. Will it get worse? No, I believe honestly, my gut feeling is it'll blow over in a couple weeks. But there's a lot of folks out there that are getting concerned, and this is why we're going to talk about it. If at all possible, avoid contact. Okay, avoid contact with other folks outside your family. Yes, I know you feel you have to go to work. Be smart when you do it. The shaking hands thing. Guess what, guys? That should be done for the time being. I work in sales. I know how it is. It's tough, that sort of thing. I'm taking some time off. If you can afford to do so, by all means, do that. Of course, if you're in your job right now, you need to be telling your employer, your manager, about your sick Aunt Sally who's up in Kansas or whatever, but you may have to go and see it. Just a little bit of notice. Okay? If you do bug out, get away from the cities and such, because of this thing, you're going to need a plausible excuse, number one. And number two, if nothing comes of it, you need to be able to come back and get your job, because of course in these economic times, you should work as much as you possibly can. So again, use your head. Don't just burn your bridges and go, oh, to hell with it, and load up your car and get out of Dodge. Set some common sense stuff in place to where you can come back. Okay. Stay home if you at all possibly can. If you don't need it, don't go out for it. Again, this is where your preps are coming into place. This is where having 6 months or a year minimum of food makes you not worry about having to go out to get raviolios from Walmart or something like that. Okay, if you are in the store or something like that, you need to keep a reasonable distance, about 8 to 10 feet. From anybody walking by you. Yeah, you probably at this point in time today, April 30th, you're probably not going to go around with the little funky face masks on and all that good stuff. But you know what you can do? You can look down those aisles and you can go, okay, there's only, there's about 10 people in that aisle. I don't need anything down there right now. You know what? Go down another aisle and get whatever you need there if there's nobody down there. Chances are when you scoop around the other side, that aisle you needed to go will be free. Okay? Just common sense stuff like that, keeping your distance. These gun guys and things like that, and folks that train and watch do the personal protection stuff, you're going to be used to kind of keeping a distance to people as it is, because of course, the closer they are, the harder it is to fight them. So use common sense and stuff like that. Stuff you should have been doing all along, guys. Not picking up the gas pump with your hand. Duh. you know, go get the little towel they have there for washing your window or whatever it's supposed to be, and use that on the gas pump. Okay, common sense. Or keep the little disposable gloves in your car to do that. If you do go out to eat, you know, the salt and pepper shakers. No one probably ever cleans those darn things. All right, and guess what? People are, nice finger looking good, and then they're going over there and they're using the salt shaker. Okay, same guys that just went to the bathroom. Okay, didn't wash their hands very good. Now it's on the gas pump, it's on the... Okay, so common sense stuff like that, guys. Start using your brain, start thinking about this. Who cares what people in public think about that? That should be the last thing on your mind. Your goal is to stay alive. Your goal is to make sure you don't bring this crap back to your family and kill your kids and your wife. You know, who cares about social faux pas? That's over with. And the further this gets along, the more people will realize that. Okay, the next thing, and we'll kind of run real quick here, is we need to jumpstart our immune system. Okay, most of us probably eat a lot of fast food, eat a lot of junk food, eat a lot of sweets. I know I look that way, I'm a little overweight, but we actually eat pretty good. We run usually 5 to 7 miles a week, things like that. You need to start jump-starting your immune system, okay? Fast food, bam, that ends right now until this is over. Forget about it. All right, you need to start eating some live foods, some whole foods. That means fresh veggies, fresh fruits, whole grains, things like that, okay? Oh, but little Jimmy won't eat that. Well, guess what? Little Jimmy can die or he can learn to like real foods. Your choice. You need to start doing this. This is part of getting your family in order, stuff you should have been doing all along. If you haven't, guess what? It's catch-up time and you got to do it quick. Why, I sound like Jim Cramer here. I'm going so quick, huh? All right. Distilled water. Again, we're not going to be sucking at the teat of the world system here right now because guess what? There's all kinds of crap in the public water systems. The fluoride, the chlorine, all that. We're not going to debate all that. Point is, you want good, clean, fresh food going in your body right now, and that includes water. Distilled water from the store, bada bing. You know, nothing cleaner, nothing purer than that. Start taking some supplements. Vitamin D, excellent. Get out, get in the sun, get some exercise. That'll help as well too. Vitamin C's, 10 grams a day. You know, oh my God, did he say grams? Yes, I said grams. 10 grams a day at this point in time. Yeah, I know you might think you pee it out and all that good stuff. It isn't going to hurt anything, guys, okay? Except it's going to cost you a couple bucks. Garlic, things like that, everything and anything you can do to pump up your immune system. You need to do it right now. And I know I sound like a greenie and a little health food nut and stuff in that, but I tell you what, I think we've had one serious illness in my family in the last 10 years. And that wasn't even all that serious, all right? Okay, you need to plan now for a 2-week to 1-month stay inside your house, okay? And you need to get your family ready for this, okay? These guys, or in some situations, these gals that just take over the family preps and they think their family's going to come into place at the last minute. It probably ain't going to happen, guys. You need to explain to your family that, you know, yeah, little Billy, you're not going to be able to go outside and play ball with the Jones family next door because the Jones family are probably going to be carrying the flu. All right? So you need to start explaining this. You need to start talking to your family about this now. Plenty of bleach on hand. You know, we've talked about it in some of the blogs and where we've shown you how to do biological decontamination and things like that. It's typically a 1 to 10 ratio, bleach to water, that sort of thing. I would make it a little stronger, but you need to kind of get in that habit. Even just the little, you know, cheese ball bacterial wipes and stuff. It's probably just better for gross contamination, but again, you're doing something. When you leave the store, when you leave work or something like that, you know, before you can get to hot water and hot showers and such, I mean, take it all the way up to here, guys, all right? And once you did that, when you get home, don't kiss and hug the family just yet, that sort of thing. Go right into a hot shower. The clothes, bam, in the washing machine. All right, use your brain, guys. Again, this is April 30th. It hasn't hit that far in yet.